Hi everybody, this is Steve Hoggard, the pastor of Hickory Hill Baptist Church. Today is about February the 16th. It is a snowy, cold day. I am just wishing for the weather to get in double figures, positive double figures. So I want to kind of share the thought of the week. And how I want to do this is I want to share an illustration, quote, and then two passages, and hopefully get it all in one thought and do it in a very short amount of time. So let me start out with one of my favorite illustrations. And I know I shared at least 8 years ago with the church. I may have shared a couple more times. But it's one of my favorite illustrations. And it starts out like this. There's a small little town. And they had a sniper that was shooting up the town. And basically they would find a bullseye. And right in the middle of the bullseye would be a bullet hole. In fact, they'd find it on the side of mailboxes, on the side of barns, old abandoned cars, and they couldn't figure out who was shooting up their town. And so finally the authorities got involved, the FBI, the CIA, all the letters, three-letter words in our government got involved. And so actually they got a profiler out and tried to figure out about who this guy is so they can find him. They profiled him and that he was an ex-military guy, a sniper, and all that kind of stuff. So they had a profile, and finally they catch the guy. While he was in custody, they asked him about his background, and they figured his background. He didn't have really any background. And so the guys started questioning him, saying, how in the world every shot you made was right in the middle of the bullseye? How did you do that every time? And the guy said, well, I would shoot, and then I would put a little dot of paint where the bullet hole was, then draw a circle, then draw another circle, and I hit the bullseye every time. And I like that illustration because sometimes we strive for the bullseye, and sometimes that's how we end up with our results. We say, well, I got here, and we really don't understand how we got there, and we get here is by our choices that we make. In fact, if you have an outcome that you want to have a certain outcome, you make those choices to get to that outcome. Now here's a quote I want to read to you that I read the other day. It says, you can choose your way, but you can't choose the result. The cause and effect nature of the choice brands us. And what the writer was saying is he was saying, listen, you choose, you can make the choices that you make every day, and those choices will come out to be a result. You can't just say, I'm going to choose this and end up with the result that you want. The result happens because of the choices that we make. For instance, in Joshua chapter 24, the end of Joshua's life, he gets the leader Joshua, he gets all of God's people together, and he tells them, hey guys, you need to choose the Lord. You need to choose and to follow the Lord. In fact, in Joshua 24, verse 15, it says this, but if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourself this day whom you will serve, whether the gods of your forefathers served beyond the river or the gods of your Amorites, whose land you're now living. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. You have Joshua telling Israel, guys, if it's too hard that you're seeing a result for you serving God, why don't you just choose today? Choose today to serve Him. And for us to get a result is we make choices for that result to happen. If we make the right choices, we're going to yield closer to the result that we want to happen. Also in Luke chapter 10, verse 38, tells a story where Jesus and his disciples come to the house of Mary and Martha. And Martha was so busy about getting everything together, and we'll say she was a perfectionist, had to get everything right for Jesus. There's nothing wrong with that. But she realized that she was getting everything right. Mary was just sitting at Jesus' feet, listening to him and talking to him, listening to him. And she got upset. He goes, this is not right. I am preparing, getting all this stuff ready. And then Jesus tells Martha this. In Luke chapter 10, verse 41. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and will not be taken away from her. So here's my point, guys. The choices that we make will end up causing a result. And if we want a certain result, and I'm trying to get this to my kids to understand this, that if you want to get the result that you want to have over here in the future, then you got to make the right choices today to get to that result. So, with that being said, I don't know about you, but being snowed in, I didn't have internet for a little bit. Had breakers in my breaker box, if that's what you call it, was tripping. So couldn't get internet, couldn't really get much TV. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to choose to spend time with the Lord. Make it a choice. And maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe every day you need to make a choice. And those choices that you make will end up with a result because you made those choices each and every day. Just give you thought for today. I hope I made you think. Because sometimes the result happens and we want a result. Let me just put it this way. If I really want to get healthy and I want to be in shape, then I got to choose the things every day that's going to help me get to the end result. A lot of times I choose badly, but if I want to get there, I have to make the right choices, and the end result will happen. Hope you got encouraged. I hope you'll make the right choice. Maybe spend some time with the Lord. Talk to you later.